part of English literature. And I'm Nisa Ratnasari and my partner
Suri Gracia Ratu Madrasah,
and we will talk about period 5, the 17th century, 16 and 3 to 16 and 16, prose and poetry. And I will start by explaining the first, and then my friends will continue with the next part of this presentation.
So for the first presentation will be delivered by Nisa first.
Okay guys, this period shows a decline in the Renaissance period that dominates the Elizabethan era. England was experiencing political and religious divisions which influenced literature, and the focus of writing shifted to intellectual and religious reflection. Two of the most important literary figures were Francis Bacon in prose and John Milton in poetry. The King James Bible was also published during this time. And we will see great works from this time like the King James Bible, Francis Bacon Essays, and John Milton Paradise Lost. Jadi pada abad ke-17 adalah masa transisi dari kreativitas masa Renaissance ke arah pemikiran yang lebih mendalam seperti filsafat, agama, dan moral. Peristiwa sejarah seperti Perang Sipil Inggris dan pengaruh kaum Puritan juga sangat mempengaruhi karya sastra pada waktu itu. And the next slide is about historical context. To understand the literature, we must look at the history of this period. In 1603, Queen Elizabeth I died and King James I started the Stuart dynasty. From 1642 to 1651, the English Civil War happened. It was a conflict between the royalists and the parliamentarian. The war ended with the execution of King Charles I and the rule of Oliver Cromwell. Also, the rise of Puritanism brought strong religious influence to literature. And then writers stopped focusing on entertainment and started writing about serious topics like politics, religions, and philosophy. Pada waktu itu, perubahan politik dan agama sangat besar. Perang sipil dan puritanisme membuat sastra jadi lebih serius, bukan lagi untuk hiburan saja seperti sebelumnya, tapi untuk menyampaikan ide-ide dan keyakinan. For the next slide, about prose, Francis Bacon. One of the most important prose writers in this era was Francis Bacon. He lived from 1650 and 61 to 1626. He was a philosopher, statesman, and writer. Bacon introduced the scientific method and encouraged people to use logic and observation. His essays, like Of Studies and of Truth, are short but full of meaning. They are written in a concise, apodotic style. His writings focus on rational thinking, knowledge, and moral values. He also held the title Viscount Esteban, which shows high status in society. Francis Bacon adalah sosok penting pada era ini. Dia membawa cara berpikir ilmiah dalam tulisan. Tulisannya singkat, padat, dan banyak menyampaikan kebijaksanaan. Dia juga seorang bangsawan, jadi dia punya pengaruh yang sangat besar dalam periode ini. Okay, for the next slide about prose, the King James Bible. Another great work of prose in this century is the King James Bible. published in 1611, is one of the most influential works in the English language. It was translated by about 50 scholars and quickly became the standard version for English-speaking Christian. It was commissioned by King James I and became the standard English translation. The language is very poetic, beautiful, and powerful. Many expressions from this Bible are still used today, like by the skin of one's teeth and a thorn in the flesh. This Bible had a huge impact not only in religion but also in English literature and vocabulary. Alkitab versi King James pada waktu itu sangat berpengaruh juga, bukan hanya untuk agama tetapi juga untuk sastra Inggris. Bahasanya indah dan banyak frasa dari sini yang masih digunakan sampai sekarang. And the next slide about other prose writers. And besides Bacon, other prose writers contribute significantly. Robert Burton wrote Anatomy of Melancholy, which mixed science and literature. Jeremy Taylor, Holy Living and Holy Dying are Christian guides for ethical life. Isaac Walton wrote The Complete Angler, a spiritual reflection through a fishing. Sir Thomas Browne's Religion, Medical blends religion and science in a personal essays. Penulis-penulis prosa ini memiliki kontribusi yang sangat penting dalam perkembangan sastra Inggris pada abad ke-17. Karya Anatomy of Melancholy oleh Robert Burton and karya melankoli tidak hanya berisi pembahasan tentang kesedihan, tetapi juga menunjukkan pendekatan ilmiah terhadap kondisi emosional manusia pada zamannya. Now, my partner will continue with the next slides and explain more about the prose and poetry in the 17th century. And please give your attention to my friends.
So guys, I will continue this presentation and talking about poetry by John Milton in 1608 until 1674. The greatest poet of the 17th century is key representative of Puritan literature. Fletcher emphasized that Milton was not only a poet but also a great intellectual and thinker who voiced and Puritan values. His poetry is known for its elevated language, technological depth, and moral struggle. His works are divided into three periods. The first is Youth, by 1608 till 1639. He wrote poems like L.A. Algero and Two Penseros, Camus and Lycidas. And the second is Public Life in 1639 until 1660. He focused more on prose and political writings but wrote some sonnets. The last is Later Years, from 1660 until 1674. He wrote his greatest works, Paradise Lost, Paradise Virgin, and Samson Agonis. And the next is Paradise Lost, the greatest epic in the English language, and God, Adam, Eve, and Satan. The central theme is the struggle between human free will and divine authority. Milton's intent was to justify the ways of God to man, make them sin, freedom, and redemption. The poem also conveys hope and forgiveness, with Christ's sacrifice offering redemption to mankind. So you can see the picture, one of the creation by John Milton, Paradise Lost. Jadi Paradise Lost itu adalah mahakarya Milton dan dianggap sebagai epos terbesar dalam sastra Inggris. Puisinya itu mengisahkan tentang kisah Alkitab, tentang kejatuhan manusia, mengeksplorasi konflik antara Tuhan dan iblis, serta ketidaktaatan Adam dan Hawa. Jadi Fletcher sendiri itu menggambarkan puisi sebagai ekspresi mendalam dari teologi Puritan Milton dengan tema utama yaitu dosa, kehendak bebas, dan penebusan. Okay, we continue to the next slide. There were two main lyric poetry groups in the 17th century. The Cavalier poets, who celebrate love and beauty, and the metaphysical poets, who explore deep religious and philosophical questions using complex imagery. So you can see the example of the picture. Cavalier poets, their poems often focus on love, beauty, and worldly pleasures. From example, Robert Herrick, to the virgin to make much of time, which encourage enjoying life because time is short. And metaphysical poets, penyairnya itu seperti John Donne dan George Herbert dikenal dengan penggunaan metafora yang rumit dan eksplorasi ide-ide tentang Tuhan, cinta, dan eksistensi manusia. Puisinya itu bersifat reflektif dan filosofis. Okay, and then next slide is change in poetry. From the joyful style of the Elizabethan era to deeper self-awareness and reflection, Fletcher describes a shift from the bright and elaborate Elizabethan poetry to a more serious, introspective tone. This respect the spiritual doubt and personal questioning of the time. Focus on abstract concept, poet increasingly explored themes like morality, religion, and human existence, often shaped by the political and religious unrest of the 17th century. Jadi periode ini menandai pergeseran dari keceriaan puisi Elizabethan ke kesadaran diri yang lebih mendalam pada penyair lebih fokus pada ide-ide abstrak seperti moralitas, agama, dan eksistensi manusia itu sendiri. Kemudian, and then conclusion, transition from Renaissance creativity to intellectual reflection. Jadi Fletcher menyebut bahwa era ini merupakan masa peralihan di mana sastra mulai lebih serius dan mendalam dalam tema. Prose develop in science and philosophy. Tokoh penting seperti Francis Bacon mengembangkan metode ilmiah dan pemikiran rasional, sementara King James Bible menjadi karya besar dalam prosa, religius, dan bahasa Inggris. And then poetry reached its peak through John Milton and lyric poets. Puncak puisi terjadi melalui karya epik Milton dan lirik para penyair Cavalier serta metafisik. Political and religious conflict influenced dance and style. Literature during this time was deeply influenced by the Anglo-Civil War and the rise of Puritanism, which shaped its tone, dance, and forms. So this century makes a turning point in English literature. Prose advanced in science and religion. Poetry reached new heights through Milton, and the turmoil of politics and religion shaped the themes styles of the era. So that's all our presentation. We welcome your thoughts and inquiries.
And we hope this presentation help you understand more about English literature in the 17th century. Please feel free to leave any question or comments under the video.
We will be happy to respond and discuss more with you. Thank you for your attention. Bye bye.